Hello, Divine One. Thank you for choosing you. Thank you for pressing play. Thank you for coming to co-create here with me, with us here today. I have no idea what is going to come through. So I know we're in for a little bit of a wild ride because when I have, I want to say, a completely blank canvas, things sometimes come through quite quickly and sometimes in a little bit of a messy fashion. So we will see. I do know, and I'm hearing now, that if this message has found you, that it is because you are ready to be here now, fully, completely, always. Not just now, in every now. This I'm hearing is where you truly are ready to step into the role of the alchemist that you are in every now moment. I saw, as I was saying, that things went very, very dark, and then just for a second, like there was nothing, and then suddenly everything was there again. Like there is really, this is the moment I feel for you, friends. If this message has found you, you are ready to kind of look under the hood, to look under the hood of you. Like you are more than you ever thought you were. You're more than you could possibly ever even know that you are in this human form. Like you cannot know just how unlimited you truly are because your human experience would end. That being said, even with your perceived limitations, you are a magician. It is only through your alchemy that you can truly tap in to the wonder that you are, because there is no other word. It's like you are a wonder. You are a wonder as you are, because you have everything that you require to anchor the light. Now, 222, as this is coming through, you have everything within you to anchor the light now and every now, and that is why this message found you. Okay, so if that resonates with you, I'm being called to take out the cards now. And if that resonates with you, my name is Angela. I channel Source Consciousness daily through for you guys. And I ask you then to choose to place your focus here. And if this doesn't call to you, then wherever you do go, I urge you to fully place your focus there if it is resonant for you. This is the thing, friends. Being fully here and now means being fully present with where you actually choose to place your focus and attention and energy. But also to be fully conscious of where you are placing your focus, your attention, and your energy. Again, because that is how you are creating your reality. That is where the magic happens. Your focus is one of the many ways that you co-create your reality with Source. Okay, so if this does call to you, then please ground yourself now here with your breath by breathing in fully to capacity, and then hold for as many moments as feels good to you at the source of you, at the light of you, at your 0 point, before fully surrendering on each exhale. Breathing at your own pace, breathing as many times as you feel called to. I find 5 to be the magic number, but do what feels cool. You feel called to. Sorry for the stumbling. I'm being called to the way that these cards fell. I don't know what the cards are. The way that they fell, I kind of saw snake eyes. Okay, and for me that has, I apologize for the noise upstairs. Some stuff happening. I don't think there'll be too much more of that, but if there is, well, if it doesn't bother you, then this is truly for you. This is how it works. So if you choose for the imperfections in this video to repel you, or the quirkiness to repel you, then I am not for you, and that is truly okay. Find what is for you. I say this because this is kind of this double-edged sword that they're bringing through with the snake eyes, and it's kind of very similar in what you choose. In the same way that I could choose for it to be a thing, in which case it would be a thing for me to care that I repel people sometimes, or my quirkiness, and this is where you are truly stepping into your autonomy, your authenticity, being called to the Hierophant, the Queen of Cups. Oh wow, friends, yeah, this is all just confirmation of what's coming through there. The Five of Swords, big changes in the way that you perceive things, you coming into your authenticity with the Queen of Cups and into your sovereignty. Because while spirituality is, everything is spiritual, you, 555 as it's coming through, are a sovereign being, remembering that in many ways you are the creator of your universe, co-creating multiple universes with other people, with other beings like you, with other beings that are awakened to their truth, to their light, to their divinity. But for you at this time, your joy, your authenticity, your self-exploration, your self-devotion is all that matters. It's a big emphasis on the self-devotion, friends. This has been coming through a lot. They brought through a 21-day devotion to you. I don't know if any of you jumped up on that. I did. My human did, and I've been spending 8 minutes a day on me, whatever that entails in the now, whatever that now me feels called to do for that now me. I spend 8 minutes. Sometimes it's meditating, sometimes it's brushing my hair. It doesn't really matter. It does not matter what it is, friends. And this is true for everything. It does not matter what it is. It matters the energy that it is done in, because everything is energy and frequency. You are energy and frequency. So your authenticity reflects. It's not something that can be truly seen. It's not something that can be labeled. It's something that isn't quite tangible. Like magic isn't quite tangible, and you are magical. People cannot quite understand sometimes your magnetism, or why they feel called to you, why they feel drawn to you, or whatever it is. But this is your inner power rising, and this has been coming through a lot this week. This rising of your strength, rising of your power, and it is in this rising. What I'm seeing with this Five of Swords, I'm seeing, the Four of Swords, there's deep rest. I also, when I was shuffling to kind of set up for hitting record, the Four of Swords popped out a lot, but I didn't feel that it was for this now, at least. But now I can see or feel or understand why it was peeking through to me at that time. It's because you are past. If this message has found you, you're done with the deep rest, you're done with the soul searching, you're done with the fixing of you. You're now realizing that there is nothing you need to fix. Anything that is broken, if we want to use that word, is either something that needs alchemy or something that is not for you. I'm hearing that you feel the truth of these words. So you are done and have been done for quite some time. I'm hearing from many of you, but this is really where you're coming out of the cocoon. I'm getting such chills as I say this, friends. This is where I see you, I'm feeling you are coming out of the cocoon, and not just literally or metaphorically. Like for some people, the Four of Swords can really, really, in some ways, represent very much like the hermit, like the hiding away, the hiding under the duvet, doing self-discovery, but maybe in a very painful way. And there's nothing wrong with that. There are different phases, stages, places that we all have to go to experience the truth of ourselves. There's no shame, blame, or guilt. But I am getting that for some of you, there really was like a bit of hiding away, a bit of shying from the world is the word that they're giving me here. A bit of shying from the world. I'm being called to this flower here as if it was a lotus. Like And I'm just seeing like either a lotus blooming, and now they're also showing me like a, I don't know if it's relevant, but I'm going to give it because strangely enough, this imagery is very, very detailed. I'm seeing like a brick bridge over like a little stream or river. I think this is maybe like an iconic image, but anyway, it is a brick bridge that sort of bends or bows over this river, and underneath the bridge I'm seeing a lotus flower like making itself known. Okay, so it's definitely something coming out. Peaking is maybe an interesting word, because that is what I felt with the Four of Swords, peaking. So maybe for some of you, peaks and valleys. Sometimes you're out, and then sometimes you're kind of back. And no shame, blame, or guilt, friends. You need to do what you feel called to do in each and every now moment for you. Only you know what that is. Triple one as this is coming through. So your authenticity at this time is truly, truly, this has come through before, but it's I'm hearing it with a ka-ching in the back of my mind. Your authenticity is your only currency now. You cannot pretend to be anything other than what you really are, because people will feel that you are not being true to you. This is funny. This is really funny, and it's really beautiful, and it's really powerful, and it's really gonna, I'm just hearing shake things up in your reality now. And I'm also hearing it has to do with the Lionsgate portal. Okay, friends, so your authenticity is your only currency. Everything right now is magnified, amplified, including your magnetism, as well as the only word that I can use to describe repulsion. I think that is even the scientific word when magnets repel is the word. Okay, so repulsion. Okay, your repulsion. And repulsion, it's the only word that I can give to what I'm seeing, but to describe what it is basically when you are not being authentic. You will either attract that which is really not for you in, but you will also repel that which is for you away. Not forever, right? Because when you are in your authentic sovereign state and your frequency is the truth of you and is reflecting the truth of you, whatever is for you will come back. So there's no need to be fearful, right? I feel like the minute you say like you'll miss an opportunity, our humans immediately jump up and go, what do I need to do? There's nothing for you to do. You are divinely right on time, divinely right on time, divinely aligned, even when you are out of alignment. In your out of alignmentness, source compensates you by showing you, triple one as this is coming through, by showing you where you are not free, by showing you the way, right? You are always being compensated, even when your human doesn't feel like it is being compensated. You are perfect. And this is confirmation that exactly where you are with your now, exactly as it is, everything, including you, is perfect. There is nothing that you should have done, could have done, needed to do differently. Now, stop playing with the past. The past only exists in your mind, nowhere else. Okay, being called to take these two, we'll pick up the two cards at the bottom. What do we have here? The Hermit, the Knight of Swords. Also being called to take the bottom card. I'm not going to look. The King of Pentacles. Okay. It's funny. With this particular Knight of Swords, I always hear you're cutting through the bullshit. Like the truth of you is cutting through the bullshit. And it's what you are discovering in this time of deep 222, as this is coming through. What you have been discovering in this conversation with yourself. This reflection. Because for me, what's coming through for this collective so clearly is the reflection is kind of like the same as conversation. And what your reality is reflecting to you is basically source having a conversation with you. You having a conversation with yourself, showing you where you're choosing you, showing you where you're not choosing you, showing you where you're free, showing you where you're not free, reminding you how to, not even reminding you, but yeah, reminding you, helping you remember, assisting you in remembering, assisting you, Source is assisting you in remembering what you came here for, how you truly are underneath the hood, okay? What you really have to play with, what your strengths are, because everything is a strength. In its own way, everything is a strength. Even a weakness is a strength. So what are your strengths? 333, as this is coming through, what are your weaknesses? And I'm just hearing big emphasis on like, who are your friends? Being called to take some cards before I just continue talking about this, but I'm really hearing that this whole authenticity and your magnetism, the reason they're bringing it up for your attention at this time is, okay, we have the King of Swords, we have the Magician, and we have the Moon. The reason they're bringing this up for you at this time is your, so many words that can be used here, your soul tribe, the most resonant community of people, friendship groups, just relationships for some of you, like just what you are truly yearning, desiring, what you truly desire for you, what you know is for you. Like some things are just known, and it is that knowing that they want you to explore, because it is that knowing that has been with you always, not about everything, right? Slowly, as you were conditioned because you experienced things when you were younger that you didn't know, and you created a playbook, essentially a rule book, a game book. You created your coding that is still running now for some of you, for many of us actually, and there's nothing wrong with that. This is where the alchemy and the remembering is coming in, right? And this is what your reality is reflecting to you, the ways in which you aren't free, the things that you believe about yourself that are not true. And it's things that you put in a rule book when you were 3 or 4 or 5 or 12, I don't know, but when you were too young to know better. Okay? You are now remembering the truth of you, what the truth of you is, all what the truth of you has always known, but not just to some things, to all things. So for me, it was something that I always felt known, I'd always known that something was supporting me. I was never alone. I always had a feeling that everything was going to be okay, even when really my reality reflected otherwise. I always knew, and it was that knowing, I'm hearing from me, that really got me through in so many ways. Okay, so that knowing is something that you don't just get to have with 1 or 2 or 3 things. You kind of get to have it with everything, because it is a knowing of self, a true knowing of self and what is under the hood and what you're made of. And this is the power that is arising at this time in this collective, especially if this message has found you. It's due to Lionsgate portal, right? Things are being made clearer. Like clarity is really, really a big thing. I'm being called here to this King of Swords, like the clarity, actually to the Magician as well. I'll talk about the Moon now, but the Moon is basically what I was just referring to, is everything is being brought up for alchemy at this time. Everything is being brought up to be re-looked at and then rewritten, like rewrite your rule book, rewrite your game book, rewrite your playbook, whatever you want it, whatever word resonates for you. Throw it out the window. Just throw it out the window. Whatever you feel called to do. But this clarity that is awakening within you is coming from you choosing you more and more, because when you do that, things have been happening. I feel the truth of this. So if this has found you, things have really, your reality has been reflecting magic and miracles to you more and more. It's been meeting you step for step, I'm hearing more and more. Like this has come through before, that it's not so much that the magic will adhere to the limitations of time as much as it has to appear real for those who need to see and experience and bear witness to you and your alchemy coming. It's not coming online, it's within you. It's you playing with your alchemy. Because what I'm seeing here with this magician, I'm just seeing like a now, like all I can refer to it as a now o'clock, meaning it's always now, which it is. Okay, so it's always now o'clock. So in this imagery, it's always now. And in this whole imagery, I see like a wizard, but like one of those old school wizards with the blue like capes with the stars. You might, depending on your age, you might know what I'm talking about. I don't know. But when, like one of these, I want to say original wizards with the hat and the Merlin type wizards. There we go. And I see like just balls of light like in the chest area. And I'm seeing like a mirror, that he's standing in front of a mirror, or she, or it doesn't really matter, but this magician is standing in front of a mirror. 919 is this is coming through, friends. So big endings, big endings at this time for you, and this is through your alchemy. I just see this wizard seeing things in the mirror, like witnessing things from as if from a distance perspective, but experiencing them as if they were happening real time. And I see the colors shifting, and I see like an outline of gold around the imagery of what was in the mirror. Not that I can see what was in the mirror. So it's, but yeah, so like gold, like it's been it's been alchemized. And this is what I'm seeing and feeling and hearing is what is occurring for you at this time, right? And this is why this King of Swords is true master of the Matrix, and that is to say, he doesn't play in the Matrix. This is you truly learning to work with the mind and use the mind as a tool, as a translation tool, and not as the driver. Okay, this is really the stepping into resonance and stepping out of the mind space, but allowing the mind space to be one of the beautiful tools that you use in the alchemy of you in each and every now moment. Okay, the Knight of Swords, the King of Pentacles. We've got the King of Swords, the King of Pentacles. This is truly, okay, I'm being told to just look at the bottom deck. We have the Justice card. I'm hearing with this 11, the illumination of you. This is not new. This has come through before. Oh, and you know what? I just see now that the High Priestess is on the floor. I don't know how long she's been there, but I saw this circle, which reminded me of what I'd seen with this moon. This ring around, this is kind of like the golden thread that I see or going around the imagery in the mirror. Alchemizing it, and this is like, I feel like you stepping through this major choice portal of you, where you are coming out of hiding. With this High Priestess, you are coming out of the shadows. You are done hiding. You are done pretending. You are done pretending to be anything other than what you truly are in the now you. And this is, once again, they're bringing through really, really important to bring in what is for you, for the now you. Only the now you can choose to say no to the echoes and the reflections of the past now used choices. So what that's telling me is that many of you are still getting, I want to say, things coming up, perhaps opportunities or offerings or options. You have some choices available to you. Let's go with that. You have some choices available to you, or they will be, or they have been, and you know that they are not for you. And the resonant response for you is no. And your no's are just, especially at this time, friends, your no's are not even just more powerful than your yeses. Right now, like your no's and everything that you do is so amplified that if you choose no, Source is going to divinely compensate you, but it's not going. If you choose to say yes when you mean no, Source is going to divinely compensate you that's probably not going to be very pleasant, because you're choosing something that is not of your frequency, and you are one of one frequency going up and up and up and up and up, right? But right now, the frequency that you are at, where you are in your one frequency, is to bring in things that are of that frequency, not to play with things that you know are of lower frequency. This is not just people. This could be habits, it could be places, it could be things, it could be watching TV, it could be anything. It could be not making your bed in the morning. It will be so different for all of you. It could be simple, it could be complex. It doesn't matter, because the energy is the same. There is an area where you are not 100% allowing yourself to be the beautiful, divine, free being that you are. With this justice, I'm truly seeing and hearing once again the illumination of you. See, and I don't know what it looks like for you guys, but from the lighting in my eyes for a second there, she was very, very out of focus, like hidden underneath the light. And this is very much what I'm feeling. It's like you not just coming out of the shadows, which is what you have been doing more and more of. I'm hearing for some of you, you've truly like come out. It sounds like, yeah, it's an interesting phrase, but you've truly come out. Okay, actually, maybe some interesting phrasing. It might, but in the most neutral of ways, because I mean, I have a brother that is gay, so I know that coming out for him was a very, very big, I can use my own personal experience in the sense that I've had conversations with somebody who has experienced this, and coming out is more about like what other people are going to think, say, feel about you, how they are going to now be around you. Will they accept you? Will they shun you? There is this whole thing. And the same can be true for coming out as you. But this is your coming out party. I'm really being reminded, I don't know if I can find it. I can't even recall when it was recorded, and I don't think I put it in the title. But if you're not new to my channel, there was a video probably about 2-3 months ago that there's a surprise party that's taking place, and all you need to do is jump out the box. Or this is maybe even a combination of 2 downloads for you guys. But yeah, there's a surprise party, and it's been planned, and everybody's waiting, and all you need to do is show up as you. And then the real fun can begin. And this is what I'm seeing, feeling, hearing with what she is holding in her hands. That she is now ready to offer herself to the world. And in a way, it is an offering. They're wanting me to really use this word. In a way, it is an offering. Because the world does not have to accept you. Not all of the world. And not all of the world will. And that is perfectly designed. Not all of the world should. There is so much alchemy there for you to work with. And it is in this alchemy that you can really and truly free yourself from judgment and free yourself from the constraints that judgment actually places on you and how you choose to be. So there is a lot of, I'm just hearing background coding that is still running, and it's you spent years playing in paradigms, thinking, believing that they were true. So there is just some stuff that is kind of running in the background, and you need to pay attention to you, what you choose to think about, how you choose to be or show up in the world, what you choose to hold on, what you allow to trigger you. You are talking to you. Your reality is the conversation. It's like somebody writing an idea down, and then about a movie or a story, and then watching the movie and seeing the imagery of that conversation. This is your reality as a conversation, friends, and it is speaking to you. And I'm just being reminded to remind you that your reality is speaking to you very, very literally at this time. So literally. I can give an example of me. Like, you can see I cut my hair. I've been wanting to. And I do definitely need to go and have somebody style it. But there's been something that I just haven't been able to get out of my hair. I've changed shampoos. I've done, my human has done a multitude of things. And it takes me like an hour to brush my hair. There's just like stuff. I don't know what it is. And I mean, if this message has found you, this is truly for you. This is how literal source is going to be with you. And I mean, yes, it's about, but it's not really about the shampoo. It's about the fact that there are things in my existence that I'm still trying to tackle the same way without trusting the now me and what the now me knows, what the now me knows to be true, believes to be true, trusts to be true. There are ways that I am not, right? And the physical representation of that was the way that I'm trying to deal with the problem is not working. I can unpack, well, my human unpack that. I don't necessarily need to unpack it here, but I was guided to bring that up. And I wondered when it would happen, because I got this huge download when I was trying to get this, I don't know, through many experiences of this thing, because it's been ongoing. And it's just developed, and it's just developed, and it's just developed, and it took me a little while. And when it pinged, and I had a really, really good laugh. But this is how literal source has been with you, friends. It will be like something that you cannot ignore in your reality. It will be literal while at the same time, in a way, being metaphoric. I've just been guided to say that it is not for me to tell you where and how source is being literal with you. It is for you to discover, because it is in that discovery that you discover so much magic, so much alchemy, so much joy, in a way, that it ignites the part of you that wants to converse with reality. And by converse, it's like that wants to play with reality, that wants to create with reality. Okay, friends, I'm being told to stop there. I had a whole bunch of oracle decks out, but this message has, as it does with this particular deck, this is an AI deck. I find it really interesting to read with this deck. There seems to be, I don't know if it's something missing or something added. I don't know if it's because it wasn't like created by, I don't know, created by a human, or the image, I don't know what it is, but I find that the messages that come through with this particular deck, it is, if you're wondering what it is the Lune something, the Univers tarot. It will be in the description box. It was actually somehow made in South Africa. I find that really, interesting, seeing as it's got a French title. But I do find that the energy is really interesting with this deck, and that the messages come through in a different way. Okay, friends, thank you so much for co-creating this message with me today, with us today. Thank you for allowing me to play in your frequency, because if you've made it to the end yet, as always, it was really fun. I find it always, something happens, something magical happens somewhere between the middle and the end, and more than one time, more than one something. So thank you. If you are here, you can leave, I don't know all the emoticons. A sun seems like a nice item or a nice icon today. Okay, friends, thank you so much. Have a beautiful, magical now. Bye-bye.